Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with another What Sold video. I think it's 3 days of sales here in the eBay store. Definitely nothing really crazy, nothing to write home to mom about, but consistent sales nonetheless, and we always appreciate those. It's far better to be grateful for the sales we do have than to be complaining because we want more. Because sometimes there are like a roller coaster with eBay. Sometimes days can be crazy, and then the next day could be a little bit lower. But we're in the summertime, so we're still expecting a slowdown. You should too in your business, but as we're picking up here into fall and into Q4, we should see a change and sales should start booming. So that will be awesome. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll try to answer those. I did get a couple from the last video. One question that came up, and it's come up I think a couple times now, is where are the garage sale haul videos? Like not the haul, but like the footage, the live GoPro stuff. I have been recording stuff. I just haven't finished the editing. I just fall behind on that. I like to keep these What Solds coming out because I'm trying to stay on top of the upload schedule so that way I don't fall behind on when these items actually sold versus when you're watching the video. The other stuff, I just haven't figured out a good way to edit it efficiently. It just takes me too long, and I'm working on it, so hopefully it'll be something in the future. But I do work a full-time job, and it's one of those things where I just can't get everything done always that I want to. So let's get into it though and go over what sold. First off is Operation Genesis Jurassic Park. A great game to look out for. It's pretty hard to find. This was just the case though, no manual. It sold for $13.59 on sale. Again, cases do sell, but you got to really be looking out for the right ones. Here's a Guitar Hero Explorer wired controller. This is in my opinion, one of the best ones to buy. This is the one that has the USB hookup. It's a wired one, hooks to your Xbox. Easy to test. I had to buy a replacement breakaway cable with the actual USB part to clip on. It was like $4 or $5. I bought 2 of them in a pack, and they were like $4 or $5 each. Totally worth it though, because they had 2 guitars that needed them, and this sold for 68 shipped, and it sold pretty quickly. I want to say within a few days. So $68, awesome deal there. Precious Moments Prayer Pal. This was in the My Pet Monster lot. It was just this little plush, and I kind of say a prayer, I guess, if you squeezed it. I had the tag, but it was definitely not new. It had a couple of marks on it. I sold it for $30 shipped though, which was pretty good. I mean, I thought I might get a little bit more at first because I thought it was brand new, but I saw the conditions, so kind of lowered the price a bit. We have Flavor Aid drink mixes. I got these. You guys have probably seen me sell the RIT rust remover stuff. That same sale, I bought a whole bunch of these Flavor Aid packs, or like a knockoff Kool-Aid, I guess. I sell a lot of 5 for 27 to 30 shipped. I guess they're on sale sometimes or whatever. This one sold for 27. They go first class. I think I had like 8 or 9 total sets of 5, and we've sold 4 or 5 of them. So, and we paid $8 or $10 for all of them. So it was a great deal. We've made a lot of money. It's taken a while to sell, but we're definitely making good money on them. Soul Men with Samuel L. Jackson and Bernie Mac. This DVD sold for 8 shipped. That was from the Rock and Roll Buy, I believe. It was just one DVD thrown in there. The Best of In Your House, 1995 to 1999 WWE pay-per-view. These ones sold for $15. This sold for $15 on a best offer. I had it listed at 16 or 17 shipped. A buyer came through and messaged me, asked him to take 15. Decided to throw him an offer, and he or she paid, and it went out. And I think I paid $2 for that at a thrift store. They had a bunch of WWE and WWF DVD sets, and I bought, not all of them, but I bought a few of them that scanned and had a pretty good value. Here's an older shirt. It's a North Face, older listing, I should say. It's a North Face, kind of like plaid. Shirt size medium, so not the best size. I think I paid $5 for it, maybe 4. Ended up selling on the best offer of 20 shipped. Went out first class. Happy to move it out of here. Again, I'm trying not to buy clothes, but I still do. But I'm trying to at least be very picky and move out the old inventory as well. Like this. This is a 1990s Chicago's Rock and Roll McDonald's Clark in Ohio t-shirt. It's a youth large, so not even the best size. Had it listed at 15 or best offer, and someone offered $10, and I was happy to get it out of here. I think I paid $1 or $2 for it. I don't know why I picked it up, but I thought I knew something, and apparently I didn't. It took forever to sell. Don't recommend buying it. Here's something you should look out for. Will and Grace, season 8, the final season. This one is a DVD set. It was used. Got it from the thrift store for $3.99. I bought 3 sets that day for $3.99. Season 6, 7, and 8. They had seasons 5, 4, and 3 as well. I decided to buy just these ones because if I lot them together, I wasn't going to make that great on the other ones. But I grabbed the last 3 and sold them individually. This one was listed at $36, but someone said they pay $32. And apparently I was in a kind mood, so I sent them a $30 offer, and they accepted. And I probably could have got the 36 had I waited, but again, $4 and a 32 for a DVD set, I'm all about that. And I sold I think the season 6 sold for 20 shipped, so not bad again for medium mail, and the other one's listed for like 25 or something. I've mentioned to you guys before, look out for the end of the series, the last couple seasons. They seem to have a little more value on a lot of different TV series. So 32 shipped on that. Alice in Wonderland, this is a Masterpiece edition. It's a 2-disc set. Was used, but it sold for $10.50. This one also had listed at $13. It was 10% off, but someone offered $10.50 and I accepted it. They sent me a message saying they'd pay $10.50 and I accepted. So that one was $1 at a garage sale. Here's an HP laptop charger. It's an older one. It sold for $12 shipped. I think this one was nice because it was under £1, so it actually shipped out first class. Some of them are heavier, so if they're going to go in a padded flat rate, you really don't want to sell them for that low because you're really not making anything. This one worked out a little bit better. I do sell old chargers, but some of them just don't really have the same demand, and the value is just not really there. 12 shipped, though. Johnny Thunders So Alone CD. This CD sold for 12 shipped. I know nothing about Johnny Thunders, but apparently the used CDs from him are pretty valuable. $12, in my opinion, is a great deal for a used CD, and that was also from the Rock and Roll Buy. Here's one of my favorite sales. It's something I didn't know much about. There were no real comps on it. It's called Flying to Mexico Guide, 1968 Summer Olympics, and it has a bunch of maps and different stuff from different areas to get to where to Mexico. That's where the Olympics were. I got this from one of my sources. I paid like $5 for it. He thought it might be worth some money. I had no idea. There were no comps, nothing like it. I think I listed it for $75 or best offer and took a best offer of $50. It was the first offer that came through. It had been up a few weeks, but it's one of those things where it's easy to buy something if you see the comps and you know. So after a while, though, you want to be able to find those things that there might not be a comp, but maybe it does have some value. You can kind of pick out the gem. This is one of those times where it worked out in my favor. Sometimes it doesn't, though, and you buy something and you're the only one who would ever have wanted it. So apparently it just sits in your store forever, and I have a bunch of that kind of stuff as well. So I was happy this one went out. We 10 times our money. I think it's still shipped out for a few bucks, medium mail or whatever it was. So pretty good deal. A Yahtzee replacement dice. We've gone over this before. I sell quite a bit of these. This one sold for $8 shipped. It comes from the Yahtzee Deluxe Edition. It's like a goldish color one, so that's pretty cool. Frankenstein. This is a Halloween, like a light up little head or whatever. It's like maybe this big or so not too big, but I think I got it for $3 at a garage sale. It's got like a big chunk out of it by its jaw that's not supposed to be there. It has a couple of other dings and some cosmetic stuff, but the big chunk was the biggest kind of deterrent on it. Still bought it because I knew someone would buy it. Halloween was coming up. Someone was offering me $35 and I countered with $40, and I said, you know what, I'll do $40 given the damage, and they would not pay it. I had it listed at $60, but I was like, I'll take the $40 because it does have damage. Then all of a sudden, a week or two later, someone comes through, $60 shipped, full price sale. So they didn't mind. They gave me good feedback. Look out for the Halloween stuff. The blow molds, different stuff can sell, especially if it's something unique. I had never seen a Frankenstein one, but I was happy. It was from 1993 as well. So shipping, I believe, was $11 or $12 on this one. I think it went out priority mail because it was super light, just a little bit big. But I'm happy with that. Some Hot Wheels, the Monster Bus, Gravedigger, and another monster truck. These were brand new sealed. They came in a big buy that I got during quarantine. I think we had $300 in the buy. We got a bunch of Hot Wheels and sealed toys and different stuff. These ended up taking a best offer of $40 shipped on. They were up for a while. We had $60 listed on them, but all my offers were coming through $30, $35. Someone finally offered $35 and I countered at $45 and they met at $40. I just took it to get them out of here. Mitchell and Ness Randy Moss Raiders jersey. This one's a really cool jersey. The problem is it's got stains on it. I tried to treat him a little bit with some of the Tide pens and stuff, but it just wasn't really working well, and I wasn't going to wash it obviously with the tag on. So took a best offer of $45 shipped. I didn't get good feedback, but I never heard back, so I'm assuming they're okay with it. But Randy Moss jerseys for me seem to sell pretty well, whether it's the Patriots or the Raiders or Vikings. I've sold quite a bit of Randy Moss jerseys. People seem to buy them, so I was happy to move that one out. Mega Bloks little minifigure battle pack. It's a mystery one. You don't know which one you're getting. This one sold for $15 shipped. I found that the Mega Bloks don't do that well, but certain themes do, like the Halo ones do very well. This one sold for $15 shipped on a best offer. It was from a $1,600 buy we had over the course of a week. I bought a bunch of video games and toys from Storage Unit Guy. $15 on that one, but we've done really well. We've sold over $4,000 in toys, and we still have some video game systems I haven't tested yet because I'll get to them one day, hopefully, maybe. And then I have a bunch of still have Star Wars figures and a couple other Mega Bloks and a couple Lego sets left. So we'll probably be over 6,000 when it's all said and done. Pokemon, this is a Squirtle, War Turtle, and Blastoise set. I had this one when I was a kid. Did some work for my neighbor at her garage sale, and she paid me in Pokemon toys, which at the time was a fair form of currency, I thought. And it's paid off now because I've sold a couple of different sets for $50, $45. This one sold for $50. I think I've sold the Charmander one Pikachu one, and then I've sold the Squirtle one, and I think I just sold the Bulbasaur one a couple days ago, so you guys will see that later. Here's one of those Kyocera Duramax rugged phones. I had 4 or 5 of these. All of them sold for $30, but this one, someone wanted to pay $25. And again, I guess the theme of this video was I was taking a lot of offers. So I sent an offer out for $25, and they accepted it. I really didn't need to because I sold all the other ones at $30, no issues. So I probably could have just waited, but that person got a little bit of a deal. Here's a TI-83 Plus graphing calculator manual. It was listed for $8. I thought it would sell for that. Maybe someone would want it, but ended up finally selling on sale for $6.79. So probably wouldn't list it again. If I did get it, I just hold on to it till I found the calculator and charge some more money. You guys probably remember the $950 book buy. I bought all those books. They were a ton of them. It took 2 SUVs full to get them. We also got the paintball guns, the Cutco knife, our utensils, a bunch of other stuff in that buy. But these books were in there. These were the 1980 Harvard Classics Collector's Edition books. They sold for a best offer of 100 shipped. They went medium. I think it still cost us $25 to ship them, 26, something like that. But I was happy getting them out of here, making some money. Plus, they take a lot of space. So be careful with the big books, because if you are going to get them, even if they're medium, they still can cost a decent amount to ship. And they're just a pain to kind of haul around and lug. And for some people, probably not even worth the time. But for me, it was okay. Here's a Buchilla, whatever, Roses and Lace Afghan kit. This one was this may have been from the same buy where I spent $9.50. I can't remember. But I listed it for $55 or best offer. A lady messaged me and said she had just had recovering from a stroke and she couldn't move around too much and walk around and do stuff, but she wanted something to do at home while she was kind of recovering, and this was something she thought might be fun, so she offered me $45 and I took it. Thought that was a great deal, and hopefully it gave her something to do and focus on while she's going through the recovery, and I hope she does recover and heals fully. She sounded like a really nice lady, and it was just cool for someone to want something in the store. I'm obviously going to take an offer like that. Now, not all stories I believe that I get, but hers seemed really reasonable. She was making a fair offer, and I was cool with giving her a little bit of a deal on that. Bally's Las Vegas hotel shirt. It's like a Super Bowl shirt. I got it for $1 in the States, so I thought someone who collected Bally's type stuff might want it, and someone finally offered $18, and I was happy to get it out of here. Not probably a huge market for that. I have one other one as well, a different one from the same place, so hopefully someone will make an offer and we'll get that one out of here too. George Harrison, Eric Clapton. This is it's from Japan. It's a tour program. It came from the Rock and Roll buy. There were not a ton of comps on it. There were a couple that had sold for like $30 auction. I listed mine for $45 and someone paid full price and got it out of here. And they did give me good feedback as well. So that was awesome. Super happy to get good feedback on stuff, especially, if it's something that, I listed it. It wasn't in perfect shape, to be honest. It had some wear to it. So I'm always a little bit hesitant because, certain people that are buying something for a collectible or a collection, which I assume they were, they can sometimes be a little more critical. So I try to emphasize the wear of my stuff and try to be harder on my own items than I might be if I was looking at someone else's stuff, because that way I hopefully minimize the chance of someone being disappointed, but you still never know. So I've seen people say something's like new and it has scratches and stuff on it, and I'm like, you shouldn't be listening like that because you're really setting yourself up for an INAD or something. So I always recommend being a little more harsh on your item with the description of the condition. That way someone, if anything, is going to be surprised with it being even better than it was listed for. So just a little tip, and that's how I kind of do things. Here's a Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7 DS. This came from our vacation trip. It sold for $12. Here's an Xbox 360 Model S. This is the 1439. It's the Xbox 360S, the Model 1439. This is the 4 GB console. It sold for $68 shipped. This came from the video game buy from that lady with all of her video game stuff. Here's a Transformers Sideswipe. This is from 2015. Came from a $40 box of Transformers. Nothing, no Generation 1s, no real old ones. Most of them are newer. But this one still sold for 18 shipped for a used Transformer, which I thought was a good deal and did go first class. Here's the Abolition of Man by C.S. Lewis, a paperback book. Sold for 8 shipped. That's also from the Rock and Roll Buy. We have Sigmund Robert, the Sigmund Robert song album books 1 through 3. I think we all probably have heard of this or used this. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know much about piano stuff, and I'm just being dumb. But either way, I found 2 of them in the Rock and Roll Buy. I knew the third one was probably there, and I went around through all the box I had and finally found it and ended up selling it for 25 shipped on a best offer. They were listed at 32 or something like that and took a best offer of 25. The buyer did give me good feedback, and they go out media mail. Super Monkey Ball, pretty fun game actually. I remember playing this as a kid. For the GameCube, it's the disc only. This is from, I believe, the buy with that lady as well, but it sold for 20 shipped for that GameCube game. This came from the big remote buy from our vacation hall. It was a Sony TV remote. This one sold for 17 shipped. The remotes have done really well. You're going to see them in the next few videos. We've sold a lot of remotes, which is awesome. These also came from the vacation buy. These are women's Harley Davidsons. You got like the flame on the front. They're like platform sandals. Paid $5 for these, and they sold for 45 shipped really quickly after I got them listed. 45 bucks. I thought they would never go for that much. I thought maybe 20, 25 bucks plus shipping maybe. These ones I probably could have got the 55 I had them listed for. The lady wanted them. She was super excited. They had a couple of little marks on them and stuff, so I took the offer of 45, but I was happy about that. They shipped out for 8 or 9 bucks. Redman, what? Alba. This is a cassette. This one sold for $10 on a best offer. This is from the Hip Hop Cassette Buy. And Dead Space 3 for the PS3. This is the Greatest Hits edition. It sold for $10.99. I sold this one quite a few times. Dead Space 2, sorry, for PS3 sold for $10.99. I sold this one quite a few times. It always seems to sell for around that $10 to $11 mark. So that is it, guys. That's all that I have for you in this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope if you have any questions, you'll let me know. I try to respond to everybody. I've been a little behind lately on getting to the comments. And I've been getting a lot of comments. I don't know if anybody else is. I know one of my friends is, but a bunch of like weird comments that are like just, you know, if you've ever seen them, you probably have seen them, but there's just, hey, do you want to have a good time? And I'm like, what is this kind of stuff? So I guess a spammer or someone on there trying to put stuff in the comments. But if you see it, I'm trying to remove them as quickly as I see them pop up, but I apologize if they do come up there. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. Definitely is obvious that it's some kind of scammer or some kind of spam thing, but I don't know if any of you other people that are making YouTube videos are getting those as well, but it's kind of annoying. But I'll try to mark them off and get them removed when I can, but if someone sees it, just keep in mind I have no control over it. For whatever reason, they just keep showing up. But that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next